Please like my videos, please subscribe to my channel, and please press the bell icon so that you get to know when my latest video has come. And to learn more and to find a video relevant to you, please do check out my videos list.
Hello, Namaskar and Adab to all my friends from your friend astrologer and guide Irfan once more with you from your very own channel Astro Assurance. I do keep getting these requests from time to time, especially in the comment section. If you read the comments that people put in the videos or below my videos, is that okay, my Rahu is placed in this house and under this sign, under this aspect with this degrees, is it good? My Saturn is placed in this particular dosha and it is a conjunction with this particular planet and it is retrograde, is it good? And I keep getting all these combinations. Now I can't sit and respond to each and every comment. So what I want to do is to give you a way to measure how a particular planet is well placed in your horoscope or not. I made a generic video to tell you whether planets are well placed in your horoscope or not at a generic level. However, it so happens that every planet doesn't give you good results in every house or in the same house. Saturn can give you much better results, for example, in the 7th house, in the sign of Libra especially, or in the 7th house because it is the natural sign of Libra where Saturn gets exalted. So Saturn tends to give you better results in the 7th house than in the Lagna. However, Mars tends to give you better results in the 10th house rather than in the 7th house. So these differences are also there between planets, and hence while I have given you generic level whether planets are well placed or not, I thought of making this series of about different planets and whether they are well placed in your horoscope or not, and how to see whether a planet is well placed in your horoscope or not, and to give good or challenging results or not. So let's start with the darling of the horoscope, which is Rahu. Now Rahu is a unique planet, and it's a mathematical planet. We know it's a mathematical point. We know it's not a physical planet, but it is an entity which is the strongest above all planets or other planetary entities. So let's start with Rahu, because Rahu, we are also in the age of Rahu, so Rahu can really make or mar you based on where it is placed. And if it gets into a good conjunction, it can make you the king, it can make you huge celebrity. If it gets into a malefic conjunction or not well placed, then it can be the biggest reason for your downfall. So let's see how, when you look into your horoscope, whether you can ascertain whether Rahu is well placed or not. So firstly, about Rahu and Ketu, and more so about Rahu, various shlokas tell us that Rahu does better in the Upachaya houses rather than in the Kendra houses. So Rahu tends to give you better results in the 3rd house, 6th house, 10th house and the 11th house, which are Upachaya houses. But this also means that while it gives good results in the Upachaya houses work over a period of time. They develop and give results over a period of time. But Rahu is the planet of hurry. It can make you very soon frustrated if you don't get results from the placements. Rahu in the 6th house can make you very anxious about your career and wanting to do well in your career. But because it is an Upachaya house and your career takes more time, it can also tend to make you more frustrated and anxious and make you get into unnecessary challenges as well. So Rahu is better placed in the Upachaya houses, at least better than in the Kendra. But it is also about how you can control your Rahu, you can control your hunger and greed, knowing that it is in an Upachaya house, so it will give you results. But as long as you work hard and you are patient, when the time comes, Rahu will explode, giving you very good results. So keep this in mind, that Rahu, if it's placed in the 3rd house, the 6th house, 10th or the 11th, can give you good results. However, Rahu in the trine houses also is known in shlokas to give you good results. Rahu can give you fantastic results in the 5th house. 5th house is the house of public performances, being on the stage, on the world stage. So Rahu here can give you very good results, especially pertaining to the arts, a person of being a performance oriented person. So if you are connected to any arts, dancing, music, singing, acting, and if you're supporting planetary entities, say for example Venus is very good, Moon is very good, then you can be a huge celebrity. You can be the darling of masses, and wherever you go on stage, you will outperform everybody else. So Rahu in the 5th house can also be a great placement, a wonderful placement also. Rahu here can also give you unusual tendencies or get you connected to different romantic love zones. So one has to be a little careful that it can also get you into those contacts which are socially not acceptable, or into unethical or immoral or not so morally acceptable at a social level relations with others. So for example, keeping 2 girlfriends at the same time, or not being completely committed in your relationship, or not being deeply connected to your spouse is also this placement, or having multiple relationships before you settle into one. It can also give you results pertaining to children, where it can give you more children. Sometimes it may also give you a tendency where you have your children, or you adopt a child at the same time, or you have to seek medical help and adopt a child. And this can be more related to depending on whether Rahu is placed in a friendly sign or not. So if Rahu is placed, for example, in the 5th house or in the 9th house, in a friendly sign, like for example Rahu is placed in Aquarius, which it co-rules along with Saturn, or Rahu is in Virgo, or Rahu is in Taurus, then it can give you better results than when Rahu is, say for example, in Sagittarius, or when Rahu is in Cancer, or when Rahu is in Leo. So Rahu in a friendly sign tends to give you better results both in the Upachaya houses as well as in the trine houses. So as long as you have Rahu in either an Upachaya house or a trine house and in a friendly sign, and if it's sitting alone, then you can be rest assured more or less you will tend to get good results from Rahu. Rahu in the 9th house can also make you work towards more educational degrees, and maybe unusual educational degrees, not which others may want to take up. That may also give you unusual PhDs, and you want to research in subjects which are not your normal subjects, and then you do something in that, and then you tend to do very well also. Rahu in the 9th house can also take you to foreign places, or connect you to foreign lands, or to different communities also. However, again, if Rahu is placed in a friendly sign, then it tends to give you good results. The other thing is, Rahu should not be in any dosha, for example, not in any tough conjunction. Even if it's in an Upachaya house or in the trine house, but if it gets into a conjunction, say for example with Saturn, with which it makes a Shapit dosha, or it eclipses moon by being in conjunction with the moon, or eclipses sun by being in conjunction with the sun, or being in a Guru Chandal dosha with Jupiter, or being in an Angakarak dosha with Mars, then it can give you very, very challenging results, whether it's in Upachaya house or in the trine house, whereas it can be disastrous if it's in the Kendra houses, in the 1st, 4th, 7th or the 10th house. 10th house is still a better house for Rahu to be in a tough conjunction also, because it can also give you more tact, and sometimes the cutthroat approach also you may have. But definitely Rahu in a Vish dosha, Rahu in a Shapit dosha, especially in the 1st, 4th or 7th, can be extremely damaging, especially if it's in a inimical sign as well. So keep this in mind where Rahu is concerned. Rahu in the Kendra houses, if it's under 2 benefic aspects, then it can still give you very, very good results. Rahu in the 4th house, for example, can give you fantastic results if it is under the aspect of 2 benefic planets, no bad conjunction, no malefic aspects on it, then it can give you a lot of properties. In the 7th house, Rahu is more tricky than in the Lagna, because in the 7th house it can create more needs from the opposite gender or in your committed relationship. So either it makes you more expecting more out of your spouse or your relationship, or gives you an unusual relationship also in your married life also. So it's better that Rahu is not in the 7th house, especially in an inimical sign or in a bad conjunction or under the aspect of a malefic. Then it increases or tends to increase the challenges. But Rahu, even in an inimical sign in the Kendra houses, if you are ethical, you are morally right, you don't push the boundaries of relationship or the discipline or the commitment to that house or the dignity of that house it is placed in, then over a period of time after its maturity period, Rahu can also give you excellent results. However, you will have to bid your time till Rahu matures, which is well into your 40s, and that is not the best place to be, waiting for results to come by to you, and while you have to be ethically and morally correct all your life. So it is definitely a challenging placement in the Kendra houses in an inimical sign, even if it's under the aspect of benefic planets. Rahu can be better in the 6th house, because Ketu then goes into the 12th house. Rahu in the 6th house can give you very good results pertaining to your career, keeps you hungry for results and makes you work hard. However, if it's in a benefic placement, then it is better. In a malefic placement, it increases people who are behind your back, working behind your back and creating unnecessary challenges for you, unnecessary court cases for you. If it's in a bad conjunction, let's say for example with Saturn, then it can bring you court cases even in your marital relationship, or related to even property if it gets connected to Mars in some way with any of the Karakas. If it gets connected to Jupiter in the 6th house in a Guru Chandal dosha, then the advices that you give to others or the counsel that you give to others, especially if in an advisory role, can tend them to take wrong decisions, and then your performance also suffers. So definitely these are definitely challenges. If Rahu is under the aspect of both a malefic and a benefic, then the stronger benefic or the stronger planet wins. If the benefic is stronger, then Rahu tends to give you slightly better results than challenging results. However, overall, wherever Rahu is placed, it should be placed strong, it should be placed in a friendly sign, it should be placed either in the Upacha houses or the Trine houses. Kendra houses should be avoided, not that you have a choice where Rahu can be placed, and it's always better that Rahu is under the aspect of benefics or placed with planets which can give slightly better results than with planets where definitely it will be a pull down. So for example, Rahu can still give you okay results if it's placed with the Mercury or even with the Venus to an extent, because it can increase the material results that you get out of life. However, it can make you slightly not so trustworthy in relationships. So one has to be guarded. So which means that Rahu can give you results on both sides. Depends on how you take care of Rahu, how you handle Rahu. Rahu can give you fantastic results, explosive results, if you know how to handle it. But Rahu can also be a pull down planet for you, especially if it's not well placed in an inimical sign, in a bad dosha, in a bad conjunction, and you don't know how to handle the Rahu energies, and you allow Rahu to take you in a different tangent than which you actually want to be. So friends, look into your horoscopes, see where Rahu is placed, look into whether it's in a friendly sign and in the Upacha or the Trine house, and if it's under a good aspect or a benefic aspect rather than a malefic aspect, and whether it is eclipsing either of the luminaries, and basis that you will get results accordingly. And you have to wait and bide your time if it's in a challenging placement to get better results of its placement, better results out of its dignity. So friends, like this video, share this video, and if you're looking for a personal consultation from me, please reach out to me at the links given below. Till some other time with some other video, this is your friend astrologer and guide Irfan signing off. Ciao.